Would that be easier?
But I don't know. I don't want everything for free because then I didn't work for it. I didn't earn that. I don't know. I've never been that I want everything for free person.
I don't know. I always had this thing where I thought it would change the world, and obviously it wouldn't because it just doesn't make sense. But everybody has a job, but everybody has what they want.
Is that like communism?
Exactly. Exactly. So it like
I was interested in that too when I was younger. I was like, that sounds like a pretty good program.
Well, how cool would that be? I mean, you got to go to a job. You got to go to a job. You have to have your job. You have to go to work and work hard and do your stuff, and then you get whatever. I mean,
everybody treated equally.
Everybody treated equally.
Nah, never.
In a perfect world, it's a perfect system, and it never works out. It works for a little while, and then it always fucks up because of greed and human nature in general.
Well, not only that, but there's that one guy who does a little bit more than the guy on the left,
and expects more.
And now he's like, why should I fucking do what I'm doing if this guy's going to get the same shit I get?
If people would adhere to it, it is a perfect system, but it will never work because of human nature.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, and it's all. I mean, that goes back to the sports stuff. It's competitive nature. Everybody wants to. Not everybody, but everybody wants to be better than the next person in one faction or another. I mean, that's a normal thing.
There's a lot of complacent motherfuckers, though, too, and that don't care about
good with not doing anything. Yeah. No, I completely. That's what I'm saying. Not everybody, but
you said not everybody, but everybody.
But there's 1,000 things that Mike's is better than I am at. And if I knew those things, I would try to compete for them.
It's like working for.
Well, that's the beauty of it, though. Not everybody should be good at all the same stuff. You're good at things he's not good at. Right. You're good at things y'all can't do.
Well, these guys are good at leaving lotion bottles by the bathroom.
Yeah. What is your Kleenex bill like?
They keep it country and just use toilet paper.
They keep it country.
Cool. Just use socks. You can wash them.
Newspaper.
No,
reusable.
No socks in my house. So you never know. The problem is I don't have any socks. Like my socks get jacked literally.
I don't wear socks or underwear. I don't trust them.
I have a hard time. I have to make sure
Commando.
I don't trust them. I'm interested in that.
Gotta stay grounded, man.
Who do you live with?
Double Agent J.
Oh, okay. If you can't trust your socks in her house, I don't know what to say. I don't think her 6-year-old is
he's 8
is
fully functional at this particular time.
No.
I'm kind of curious as to what everybody's goals are. I mean, we talked about Ty having his goal on what he wants to do as far as going into the Air Force and then going to college. What do you got going on? What is your plans?
Jordy?
Are you thinking about it yet?
Not really.
You should be. How old are you now?
13.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
You got to start.
Mm-hmm.
Name 3 things in the near future that you want to accomplish. And serious, don't tell me that you want to beat COD one more time
Batman.
or whatever, I'm Batman.
Like when you sit down, when you're sitting there alone or you see somebody on TV that's doing a certain thing, you're like, man, I would love to do that. Is there any of that interests you? Anything that you really like that you haven't told anybody yet, but this is something that I'm interested in that I might want to do? Is there anything like that?
I like archery.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's cool, man. Okay. That's way cool.
So maybe hunter, be a bow hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Olympic,
archer.
Yeah, going to Olympics. I mean, take something that you love like that and start looking at what you could actually do with it to create a great future for yourself and start thinking like that. It's time, man. You have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll change 1,000 times, but
more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
What about you?
All right, well, I have 2 things. One is I love working with computers, so I want to be like a game designer kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, that. And then my second one is if that doesn't work out, I might just go for the NFL.
Okay. So what are you doing to kind of start setting yourself up for that world?
I signed up for computer classes, and I'm doing football. Yeah, I started playing football. So
where'd you sign up for computer classes?
I'm sorry?
Like in school, you signed up for computer classes?
Yeah, like just to see if I actually enjoy it. Because if I don't, then I can like find something else that I enjoy. And then besides working a miserable life.
Right. No.
Yeah, he's straight up. Just like,
he's like, I don't want to be
all
like
or nothing.
He's like, I don't want to be like any of you.
I'm not going to sit here doing podcasts all day.
So are you taking, like, is it just programming classes?
Yeah, I am going to be taking programming classes this year.
Cool. And you're in middle school?
No, I'm going into high school.
You're going into high school. Yeah. Oh, that's a whole other world.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, buddy. What about you? Come on, big guy. You going to be an NFL player?
I don't even know. That's like something you have to work for it, but like, what are you doing? Just keep it.
Do you know the statistic of
college,
a college person or anybody going into the NFL? Do you know what that is?
Grades.
No.
What do you mean?
The percent. The
percentile.
The percentile of everybody in the U.S. or even out of the U.S. that go into the NFL. Do you know that?
In other words, your dad's trying to really discourage you.
No, it's quite the opposite.
Let me give you the shittiest information.
It's quite the opposite, because if that's a goal of you two, it's not an easy road. Okay,
Not at all.
Playing football.
No, it's not.
Every football player has an aspiration of going into the NFL. I mean, whether you want to admit it or not, that's the end goal. We all want to do that. But the truth is we don't all have that ability. And, I was a defensive end. I was a fullback. But I'm also 6 foot tall. And at those positions, I mean, the truth is the defensive ends in the NFL are what? 6'6", 6'7", running
3 plus, man. Running
3 plus.
Yeah. Doing crazy stuff. So if that's an end goal for you two, what are you willing to do? What is your process to do to get there? And because that's a big goal of yours, and I already know that. So what are you going to do?
Not screw it. Stop doing that.
He's just preparing you for what life's going to do. Put a big black
a
dick
lot
in
of
your
girls
face.
on the way.
I'm not preparing for that.
You better get ready, bro.
Speak on it.
No. Wait, ask again?
That was a long.
I heard you.
Wait,
that was a long ass question.
I heard you. Like,
I would recommend starting by putting a helmet on from now on.
2 different kinds of helmets.
What are you?
You know what I'm saying?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with your life to prepare to get to that point? Talk.
well, I mean, if I want to prepare for that, and like if that's what I really want to do, like.
You don't know.
Well, for sure, I'm going to college.
What's the lowest GPA you can have to get a scholarship in football?
2.5.
2.5.
2.5.
Hey, at least he aimed high.
You go with what you thought.
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, it's 2.5 to get into a scholarship for college in general. Okay, that's the minimum requirement. So you're going in as a freshman, so you got that fork in the road, and you can ask this monkey over here, and him and his dad are over there giggling. I don't know what the hell that was going on, but there's that fork in the road. You take one side, and you find those retard friends.
That's exactly what I was just going to say, man.
Yeah.
That, if I could interject, that's surround yourself with the right people, man. You are who you hang out with, and if you hang out with the stoners and the gangbangers and the fucking, the fuck-arounds, that's exactly who you're going to be. And that's who you're going to be classified with. Nobody's ever going to take you serious. So if you want to be a top-notch athlete and a top-notch student and a top-notch human being, that's who you surround yourself with.
So,
and eventually
okay.
you will adhere to that.
Chance, do you have kids?
I don't.
Okay, so here's the hard part, because we all do that as parents. We all try to be in our kids' lives without running them off and being too far up their ass, at a certain age or whatever the case may be, where they start hating you. But where do you interject, and where do you say, okay, even if you say, okay, you know what, you're being a fucktard when you're hanging out with Billy, you're not allowed to hang out with Billy anymore. How is that going to work? You know what I mean?
You gotta find a way to hang out with
It honestly
Billy.
doesn't. You gotta find a way to show them the way without making them do it. Because if you make them do it, they're just gonna find a way around it.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking from experience.
No, yeah,
You know?
I was the same way. I mean, I was a fuck up in school. I hung out with all the stoners. I hung out with all the people. And then you try to tell your kid, "I've done this. I've done everything that you're about to do, and I've screwed up, and I've put myself in positions that I see yourself going to put yourself in. But in what way? I mean, you have to kind of let them experience it if they're going down that road. But you know what I mean? Which we had to do with you a little bit. You know, Ty had to go down that road and realize, oh shit, my life is shitty right now. It's not going anywhere. I need to pop. Maybe Dad was all right. And then you give him a little door and you say, you got a chance, come on back, but you're doing it the right way. And then hopefully they come in with that enthusiasm because life sucks right now, and then hopefully they stay with that. But what do you do as a mom to keep your kids in line on the right road, away from the bad people? How are you handling that?
Well, for so many years, I was just the cool mom, so I could call the herd, and all the kids would be around, and I could know what was going on. So for the most part, so far, other than actually, I don't know about that. So far,
Are you talking about sexual activity?
Yep. Yes, I am.
Oh, don't put her on blast.
Oh no, I won't say her name.
I got a lot to say about that, but I won't.
Yeah. No, I won't say her name, but
I mean, honestly, that's going to be the least of your worries. And if that's the only thing that you're concerned about, I mean, that's going to happen. It's human nature.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know what I mean? And that just because she's a human being who has hormones and has, physical attraction to someone doesn't necessarily mean that she's a bad person.
no, I know that. But as far as who they hang out with, like the girls, to be honest, I'm pretty proud so far.
Good.
But they both have activities that they're in. Kiana's into cheerleading, or Auror's into ROTC, and they've got a focus. They've got something that they want, and they don't like it when mommy takes all their things from them when they're fucking up. So far it's worked. Is it going to work forever? I don't know. I've given them a lot of freedom and room to make their own choices, and when they fuck up, it's like, all right. You fucked up, so guess what?
All right, I'm going to give you kids a chance to be completely honest without punishment. Can we do that?
On air.
Can we do that? Can we do that? Do you promise not to?
I'm not mad. Like, but I know what's going to happen, but it's not.
What, they're going to lie?
I think not all is going to be divulged.
Of course not.
Of course.
If you thought that's what I expected, then you're
go
crazy.
Go for it.
But no. So when your dad tells you to do something, okay, when do you listen and when do you just roll your eyes and block him out and shut out?
Be honest.
Yeah.
I roll my eyes the first time
what
I
is
hear
the,
it.
What is the way? What is the way that he can talk to you and try to give you some adult knowledge on a topic that maybe he's trying to keep you from, or something that he's telling you that's going to be detrimental to your future? What can he do to make that right for you?
I don't know.
No, be honest. You're not going to hurt my feelings in any possible
No,
way.
I really don't know.
Think about it.
Like, do you listen to your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Do you actually listen, or do you kind of just like take in the words? Okay, so you listen. Do you hear them?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Do you take everything your dad says as, fuck, he's just trying to do this because he's being a dick to me? Or is that what you think?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Would you say most of the time?
Anytime that you get in trouble and I'm talking to you, your eyes go blank, just like every other kid in this world. And you have a conversation with yourself saying how much you hate me, and you're cussing up a storm and doing all that stuff.
In your head, are you just going, shut up already? Good God. Yeah, I figured.
Damn, you were
So
right.
what they're asking, though, is like, what would be a way for him to communicate with you or talk to you to where you wouldn't think that anymore? You'd be like, all right, my dad's really trying to get on my level here.
Here's your shot, man. Here's your chance to tell your dad what works for you or what you want for him in order. Like, if you do something wrong, or if you're about to do something wrong, how can he keep you? Dad, this is the way you should approach me. Don't approach me like, damn it, don't do this, because I just glaze over. I'm not going to listen to you. This is what I would prefer.
Like if I get in trouble, just like listen to my side of the story mostly.
Okay. And then after your side of the story, once you've told your side of the story, and it still isn't okay, then what?
I don't know.
Yeah, then I'm fucked anyways.
It took me moving out of the house, living my life on my own, to realize that everything that he was saying isn't always against you. He's just trying to help you. He's just trying to get you through life, and